Good evening and welcome to the Ladies SEMO Conference Tournament. This game is your Jackson Lady Indians versus your Cape Central Lady Tigers. Tonight we'll begin by introducing our visiting team, the Lady Tigers from Cape Central. Sophomore at 5'3", Olivia Capshaw, wearing number 3. Wearing number 10, sophomore, 5'6", Brooke Weavitt. Number 11, senior, 5'2", Abby Leamer. Wearing number 12, junior, 5'6", Olivia Cook. Wearing number 23, Ella Vogel. She's a freshman at 5'10". Junior at 5'10", Erica Gooden. The Lady Tigers were coached by DJ Goodson. And now for your Jackson Lady Indians. Freshman at 5'7", number 5, Jordan McClellan. Sophomore at 5'10", wearing number 20, Madison Lambert. Wearing number 22, senior at 5'10", Callie Mayfield. Senior at 6 foot, wearing number 30, Alexis Alston. And wearing number 31, senior, 5'11", Mick Liley. The Jackson Lady Indians are coached by Tyler Abernathy. The officials for this game, Scott Brown, Heather Davis, and David Spriggs.
Welcome to Game 3 of first round action here, as the number 2 seed, the Jackson Lady Indians, are taking on the number 7 seed, the Cape Central Lady Tigers. Just to get you caught up on the action so far, as Jackson gets an easy bucket.
That's how you run a jump ball play right there.
No doubt about it.
Play off the jump ball. You know you're going to get the toss.
Dexter took down Kennett in the first game of the night, and then Saxony Lutheran with a come-from-behind victory against Notre Dame in the second game of the night. Game starting just a few minutes behind. We're about 6 minutes behind schedule.
Jackson setting the pace, strong defensively.
And a quick 4-0 run here by the Lady Indians to start this matchup. I'm Chris Hotchkiss alongside my partner for tonight, Jeff Limbaugh. We'll be bringing you each and every game of this tournament. Come out and support these girls, but if you can't make it out, you can get on our YouTube channel, SPS TV, Sykeston High School, and watch it right here. Jump ball and a stay right here with Cape Central.
Initially looking at these teams, Cape Central gives up a lot of size advantage. Their guards are going to have to play well.
And you get a 5-second call.
Jackson, a Class 5 squad. Freshman with the ball in her hand running the show.
Dribble drive, couldn't finish, but the putback up and good for Mayfield.
Cape Central better do a better job of that defense. Wide open, no confrontation at all.
Jackson 21-7 on the year last year, won their district, but then lost in the sectional to Hazelwood Central, powerhouse out of the St. Louis area in the sectional game last year. But a good season for the Lady Indians last year. Cape Central, 14-13 last year, lost in the semifinals of district to the eventual district champion, Dexter Lady Bearcats.
I remember hearing that was the first winning season for Cape Central in a long time.
Tigers couldn't connect. And Jackson wants to push the pace, but good defense on the other end by Capshaw. Little guard. Sophomore. And they get it right back to Jackson. Missed the layup. Did Mayfield. Capshaw with the three. Got it.
She banked that home.
Couldn't tell from my angle if it was or not. Counts for three, no matter if she did or didn't. The bucket and the foul.
There's
on the
a
other
size
end.
advantage down the other end. I think Jackson's got to exploit here and often.
Austin got that bucket. She'll try to complete the three-point play. Will elect the 6-foot senior for Jackson. And she does complete the three-point play. Maya Jackson checks in for Cape Central. Jackson leads at 9-3 early first quarter action. Glad you're here with us on our SPS TV YouTube channel. And we get a block foul. I think they're going to get Mayfield on the block. That is going to be her first. First team foul on the Lady Indian. Jackson looking to push after the miss. Left-hand layup. Up and good for Madison Lambert.
Yeah, a couple of dribbles and a long pass led to the easy bucket. Jackson looks quicker, in fact, than the smaller Cape Central squad.
And a backcourt violation there by Cape. We'll give it right back to Jackson.
Very young Tiger squad. We've seen young squads, senior squads.
Sure have.
Very young squad for Cape Central.
This is the 2-7 matchup. We'll have a 3-6 matchup between Poplar Bluff and Sykes, and in the nightcap. That game scheduled for 8:30.
Just a point-blank miss right there. Nice high-low. Really don't know how she missed it.
Capshaw couldn't knock down her second three of the game. And the Lady Indians look to push. Three ball of their own, off the mark. But they'll come away with the offensive board.
Good hustle.
And we're going to get a travel violation. Gives it right back to Cape Central.
Boy, Jackson wants to run. If you're Cape Central, you see that ball go up the air, you start heading back. So that should limit second and third opportunities for the Tigers to pound the glass, trying to get people back.
Coach Rod McQuarter over to my left.
I did see Rod here.
Kelly Hawks,
yeah.
coach in the house, watching some action
Loves
here
some
tonight.
girls basketball.
Sure does. Coach Rod, a great coach for many years up at Kelly. That foul was on Austin. That was her first, second team foul. First free throws coming up here for Vogel.
Vogel, a good-looking freshman volleyball player, we were told before the game.
Talking to Coach Beidler, and he talked about her abilities out on the volleyball court.
Looks like a volleyball player.
Speaking of Coach Beidler, hanging up the whistle. I'm not happy with him about that, but he didn't ask me my opinion. She makes the second. He does a great job with this digital media class and everything they do, making these broadcasts happen. You don't know how much time and effort that he puts into this, along with his students. They do a fabulous job to bring you each and every one of these games. Not only this week with the girls tournament, but we'll be here next week with the boys tournament also. And if you hadn't
do it without them.
If you hadn't had enough basketball, we got wrestling on Wednesday night for you. Another turnover by Cape Central gives it right back to the Lady Indians. Appreciate all of our sponsors that help make this possible. We'll talk about them all throughout the broadcast this week. While we're giving out thanks, we'll throw in Sykes Athletic Director Andy McGill. Excuse me, Coach McGill. McGill does a great job being a gracious host for these events. And we get a foul on a reach-in.
Jackson just sees that Cape Central's going to have some problems handling the ball, and that aggressiveness right there cost Mayfield her second foul. But they know they're quick, and they're going to try to get after every pass, and any opportunity to steal the ball, Jackson will take advantage of it.
Mayfield's going to have to take a seat after, as Jeff said, she picked up foul number 2. Good take on the dribble, move. Yeah. Harris with the bucket. And we get a timeout by Tyler Abernathy. We'll take it with them. 2:46 left first quarter action. Jackson leads at 11-6. Jackson basketball coming out of the timeout.
See what they want to run after on the sideline, drawing up this play.
Couldn't get the layup to go, but they got the offensive board. Stop and pop from 15, but left it long. Cape Central wants to get out and run a little bit. Three off the mark. And Capshaw finally comes away with it. 12-foot floater. Couldn't get it to go, but a putback up and in for Jackson.
Just more aggressive were Cape Central that time. They wanted the ball a little bit more than the Indians.
Yanni Jackson with that bucket. 3 ball. Couldn't get it to go. Jackson can get it down to 1 or tie with a 3, or excuse me, Cape Central.
Bad shot by Jackson down that other end. They've been content. We got a turnover right there. Been content shooting that outside jumper. I'm sure Cape will Jackson will let them have that all night long.
Lady Indians with the lead of 3 points and the ball. Nice little pick play.
Yeah, just slipped right through for too easy of a look. Alston now with 5 for Jackson.
She leads the Lady Indians in scoring. Off-balance shot, couldn't get it to go. But a bucket by Jackson, Yanni Jackson.
I don't know how she shot that. Looked off the wrong foot. Threw it right up in the air, nothing but the bottom of the net.
Foul on the floor. Only the second team foul against the Lady Tigers. Olivia Ward checks back in for the Indians. Throw it into the post. Couldn't get it to go. Could Alston, but she was fouled. Was going to get a couple free throws.
Foul on Central's number 20, Jackson. Sends number 30, Alexis Alston to the line.
14th foul already for Cape Central. 43 seconds left in first quarter.
Sisson in the game for Central. Also number 32, Thomas.
She'll get a second free throw. And off on the second one. Inside a minute here in the first quarter, Jackson with the 4-point lead. Looking for some help. Good D here by the Lady Indians, and dribbled it off her leg there, did Harris.
Yeah, spacing wasn't very good. They got kind of tangled up here in the corner, and an errant pass right off the kneecap.
Baseline jumper off the mark, a follow and a foul, and Alston's going to go to the line for a couple of more.
Cape Central playing better defense, Chris.
They
just can't get that rebound, allowing Jackson with the height advantage, those second and third opportunities.
First free throw up and good by Alexis Alston. She'll get a second. Jackson lead at 5 now. Trying to make it 6 with this free throw, but couldn't get it to go down. Offensive rebound and a couple of more free throws coming up. So they're again pounding that offensive glass, or the Lady Indians giving them second and third opportunities.
Already giving up the big height advantage. You're going to have to be fundamentally sound and block them out, keep them off the boards.
Made the first one. She'll get a second. Got them both, lead up to 7. Cape Central trying to get into this lead at the end of the first quarter. Shot off the mark, but they got another chance here. 5 seconds left. Not sure they realize that, but they're going to get a carry, so Cape Central not going to get another shot off here. 3.6 seconds, see what the Lady Indians want to do.
Surprised Cape Central's not up pressing the ball more. You got a chance to get off a shot here.
And they're not going to get off a shot. So that's going to end the first quarter. Jackson leads Cape 17-10. Back after this break, you're watching first round action of the 2018 Girls SEMO Conference Tournament on SPS TV. Chris Hotchkiss, Jeff Limbaugh back here at the Fieldhouse. So we start this second quarter here. Third game of the night for us. Count the bucket and a foul. Good bucket there by Liley.
Good strong move off that left side. Strong enough to get the foul and the bucket. Fouls are piling up on the Tigers. I don't know how deep they are. Already the 16th foul.
Liley will try to complete the three-point play, and she gets it to go.
She got 5 in the game. Liley does. Back to a 10-point Jackson lead.
Ties their biggest lead of the game. They're going to say that foul was on the floor against Madison Lambert. So only the 4th team foul against Jackson, so no free throws yet for Cape.
Cape Central just doesn't shoot the ball. They play well from outside. They play hard, scrappy, but not much of an outside shooting team.
And a travel violation. We'll give it right back to the Lady Indians. DJ Goodson, the coach for Cape Central on the far end, down there coaching his girls up defensively. Skip it cross court, see if they can get that three to knock down. Couldn't get it to go. Put back wouldn't go. Now the third opportunity, and Liley gets a bucket.
And really, Jackson hadn't shot the ball well either, Chris, but they're just getting those second and third opportunities.
Back-to-back.
Because they're just so big.
Back-to-back buckets there by Liley. Long-range three, not there. And the Lady Indians want to get out and run. 2-on-1 fast break. And we'll have a couple of more free throws coming up. Madison Lambert, 5'10" sophomore. After the foul against Abby Leamer, the senior for Cape Central. Lambert got the first one.
6 for 8 already from the free throw line are the Jackson Indians.
Couldn't get the second, but they got the offensive board.
How many of them have they had?
Good block down there.
Good defense by the freshman guard, McClellan, for Jackson.
Ball on the floor, and Jackson's going to come away with it. And another foul, and a couple of more free throws coming up.
I would have liked to saw Mayfield kick it real quick to Lambert. She's going to have to hit the points from the free throw line, but she would have kicked it to Lambert. It had been a sure two.
Too hard on the first free throw. She'll get a second. Whitfoot checks in for Cape Central. After the made free throw, Herman checks in for Jackson. Jackson with the 14-point lead, 24-10, their biggest lead of the game. And Coach Goodson wants to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 6:25 left first half action. still in a bucket. And the lead up to 16 now, 26-10.
She had the court wide open if she would have kept on dribbling.
And another steal and another bucket. And another quick timeout by Coach Goodson. 30-second timeout, Cape Central. .6:05 left in the first half. Jackson lead out to 18. Indians coming out with some pressure, and we're going to get a foul right here underneath us on a reach in.
Pressure seems to have caused Cape Central a couple of timeouts, but luckily they got it through there before they drew the foul.
Cape Central trying to stop the bleeding, and we'll turn it over again. And a bucket on the other end by Mayfield.
Cape Central hadn't scored in this quarter yet, Chris.
And they won't after that possession, after another turnover.
13-0 run to start this quarter for Jackson.
Left-hand layup. Good for Liley.
9 in the quarter for Liley, 11 in the game, the first player in double digits. Good move.
And Harris will stop the bleeding momentarily for Cape Central. She got the bucket. Good entry pass, but good defense there by Cape Central, holding their ground, forcing the turnover. Crowd thinned out a little bit after that Notre Dame-Saxony game. Two rivals playing right here, Cape and Jackson. Sykeston and Bluff will be the nightcap. Cape Central, the number 7 seed. Jackson, the number 2 seed. Harris trying to get it down low, got it down there, and Wibbett got the bucket.
Tigers went for Jackson went for the steal, didn't get it, led to the easy look by Wibbett.
And another turnover by the Lady Indians gives it right back to Cape Central.
Number 10 Ward in for Jackson.
Got to stay with Cape Central on the deflection. Coach Abernathy didn't see the deflection, but game 3 of 12. All 12 games will be right here on our YouTube channel on SPS TV. Glad you're here with us. If you could not make it out here tonight, we'll have all your action tonight, Tuesday night, and then championship action on Thursday.
That will be fun.
And a double dribble and another turnover.
Yeah, the pressure by Jackson just giving Cape Central all kinds of trouble.
Second quarter has been filled with turnovers here.
And fouls.
Seems like for both teams, really. Jackson had a pretty good first quarter as far as turning the ball over. They've had a few here in the first half of the second quarter, and there's another one right there. Dexter and Saxony in our first semifinal for tomorrow night. The winner of this game will move into the second semifinal scheduled for 8:30. And we get a foul on the floor against the Lady Indians. That's going to be against McClellan. That's her first 16 foul. So the next foul against Jackson and Lady Tigers will be in the bonus. Just over 3 minutes left in this first half. And I'll say she dribbled it off the end line.
Yeah, Emily Herman on the defense there. Forced her to go a little further to her right where the out-of-bounds line was.
And they're going to get Yanni Jackson on the block as she was.
I got 3 on Jackson here. Still just under 3 minutes left in this half.
She was trying to cut off the baseline. They'll get her for the block, so that'll get Brianna Thomas, the sophomore, up off the bench for the first time into this game. First free throw, not there, but an offensive rebound. Put back wouldn't go. Second chance, no. Third chance, it'll pop it out. A 3 from the top of the circle, couldn't get that to go, and finally, the Lady Tigers clear. And a travel. It's a good thought as she was breaking towards the bucket. It just couldn't handle the pass and called for the turnover. 2.5 minutes left in this first half. Long range 3 off the mark. And we're going to get a hold out front.
It'll be on Alston, her second for Jackson. Free throws coming for Cape Central. 2:11 left in the half.
Couldn't get the first free throw. Lady Indians want to push. 3 off the mark, but they control the long rebound. Little frustration foul right there, it looked like, on Olivia Ward as she missed a shot that she thought she should have made, then came over the back. Got called for the foul. That's her first. 8th team foul against the Lady Indians. Got the first free throw, so she'll get a second. Inside 2 minutes here in this first half. And she got both of them.
Got 3 in the game for the freshman for Cape Central.
Harris checks back in for Cape Central. And Coach Abernathy wants to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. Jackson leads it 32-16. Jackson with the 16-point lead and the basketball coming out of the timeout. Coach Abernathy wanted to talk to his girls, settle them down a little bit.
Good pass.
And a floater for McClellan. McClellan, the 5'7" freshman. Drug her pivot foot. Did Gooden for another turnover. Three from the top of the circle.
Nobody stepped out on her. She decided to take that wide open jumper.
Yeah,
Looked good doing it.
McClellan said, if you're going to leave me right here, I'll take it.
Pass just deflected. Looked like a sure two.
Jackson wants to get out and run now. Now they'll slow it down just a little bit. Coach Abernathy wanted them to get out and run. McClellan was trying to streak down that right side, but they couldn't get her to basketball. They'll leave her out
Why
there
not?
again. Couldn't connect.
I hit the last one. I'm going to take that one.
Inside 40 seconds left in this first half.
Just Cape Central's floor balance is not very good. They're just all bunched up, which brings the defenders like that. Gets a steal.
Couple of free throws coming up on the foul.
Foul on Central's number 12, Olivia Cook. Sends number 5, Jordan McClellan, to the line for the Lady Indians.
Got the first free throw to go.
And for Jackson, number 23, Piper Gilliams.
8 points on the night for McClellan.
6 in this quarter.
And she got them both. Travel.
See, she came run right through one of her guys, and just too many white shirts in the way. You see somebody dribbling towards you, you got to go the other way if you're your teammate on the other team.
3 ball, got it to go. Biggest lead of the night for the Lady Indians. They lead 42-16. Half-court shot at the buzzer off the mark, so that will bring us to the end of the first half. Jackson 42, Cape Central 16.
Cape Central has gave Jeff Limbaugh, Chris Hotchkiss back here at halftime. Cape Central still in the locker room. Getting ready for the second half. Gives us a chance to run down the scoring. With Jackson out on top, 42-16. Jackson pretty balanced scoring, led by Liley had 11, McClellan with 9, Alston with 7, Mayfield with 9, and Lambert with 6. Indians were 8 for 13 from the free throw line. For Cape Central, nobody in big scoring. Harris had 4, Capshaw with 3, Vogel with 3, Jackson, 2 Jacksons each with 2, and Vivet with 2 points. Cape Central was 3 for 5 from the free throw line. So Cape Central comes out. They can't shoot any worse in that first half, I guess. So the coach says, let's just get out there and play some go at it here in the third.
Say they barely make it out before they're going to inbound the ball. The Tiger starters come out of half and just go straight out onto the floor. And we get a foul right underneath us.
That's 4 on Yania Jackson for Cape Central. Four fouls, that is.
Jackson with the big lead, 42-16. Make it 45 after that corner 3.
The oldest play in high school basketball, Chris. The old, we used to call it 5 up. Guy brings it inbound, shoots that corner 3. This time it was McClellan. She's in double digits now with 12.
Jumper off the mark by Capshaw. Here come the Lady Indians. Top of the circle for 3. Back-to-back threes as Madison Lambert knocked that one down. And a turnover by Cape Central.
And they're playing like they just come out of the locker room with no warm-ups.
Yanni Jackson looked over at the coach. I saw her from Cape Central, Coach Goodson, and she goes, hey, you know I got 4 fouls? He goes, yeah, stay in there. That 3 ball off the mark, but a follow up and good for Alston.
8-0 run for Jackson to start this third.
They got the big lead, 50-16. Trying to get it into the post, and we're going to get a foul on Madison Lambert.
Yeah, reaching from behind. That's a foul no matter what ball game you're in. Got to slide over there and deflect it.
2 on Lambert.
Cape Central trying to post up a 5'3" girl against Lambert listed at 5'10", so you let them have that matchup.
They go right back down there, and now they're going to get Alston on the foul.
Her third. Free throw's coming for the freshman Vogel for Cape Central. 3 for 4 or 3 for 5 from the free throw lines, Vogel. That's all her points. Sykeston Poplar Bluff, our first good look at Poplar Bluff with the best girl. Drawing some Division I interest, I hear.
That'll be the nightcap.
Sykeston with the home court advantage. Hopefully Bulldogs can play well here.
First free throw off the mark by Vogel. Yeah, that's a 3-6 matchup in the 8:30 game that's scheduled for. Running a little bit behind schedule, though, so that game probably going to start a little late. She got the second one to go with Vogel.
I can see Vogel getting a lot better. Only a freshman, getting better each and every year.
Stepped on the baseline. And back to Cape Central.
Three on 2 the other way.
Little floater, couldn't get it to go, got her own rebound, and was fouled hard. She'll have to earn them from the free throw line.
Cook with the foul. Got to stop the ball. If you're one of the 2 guys back, you first stop the ball, make them pass. Hopefully your team can get back. As Mayfield Nobody stopped her, so she got a nice look inside, fouled her own miss, and then drew the foul.
Got the first free throw to go. Did Mayfield. She'll get a second.
She's the third Indian now in double digits with 10.
So balanced scoring for the Lady Indians. So they lead it by 35 now, 52-17. If they can keep this 30-point lead, we'll have a running clock in the fourth quarter.
Nice finish with the left hand by the freshman.
You talked about her earlier.
That's a good building block for Coach Goodson.
No doubt about it. Three ball, in and out, no good. She wanted that one, did Lambert, but just couldn't get it to go down.
With the height advantage that Jackson has, Chris, I just don't understand why they don't try to pound it inside more often than they do. Content to shoot those threes.
Turnover, gives it right back. Yeah, to your point, kind of work that inside out, pound it in. You know, if they collapse on you, go ahead and kick it out, then take that open three. But
it's like they were taking the three, and then we're going to dump it inside after we get done. Don't hit a couple of threes. I think that's something Jackson needs to get better at. Got some talent. Of course, the number 2 seed here in this good conference tournament are the Indians.
Good early season test here for all these teams.
Wonder how many times these two teams will meet a year, Jackson and Cape Central.
Well, you know they're going to play, obviously, first round here. They're going to play against each other in the regular season. I'd say there's a good chance.
Classic.
Yeah, in the Kelso Classic. Now, they will not play in postseason play, but there's going to be some opportunities for them to play, no doubt. Get a whistle and a foul on the far end.
Foul on the Lady Indians, number 22, Callie Mayfield, her third.
Vogel, I don't think she was ready for that pass. Luckily, it went off one of the Lady Indians, so it'll stay with Cape Central.
And it surprised her,
yeah,
didn't it?
Official checking on her, make sure she's okay. She goes, I'm good. 4:40 left and a block on the baseline.
I think the defender was there. Number 12, that was Stone. She was there, but she was just moving. If she had just stayed firm, planted, kept moving backwards, and got the blocking call.
Little runner in the lane.
How about Capshaw at 5'3", floating that thing in the paint? She's got 5 in the game for the Tigers. That's what Jackson needs to do. Good defense by Cape Central, though.
Left that 3 short. Vogel wanted to get out and run, but she got stripped from behind. And then I think they're going to get her on the foul. No, they're going to get Harris on the reach in.
Team foul number 3.
Corner 3 off the mark. Long rebound controlled by Harris.
Dribbles in that traffic and just so small that nothing to do once you pick up your dribble.
Then she gets called for the reach in.
Foul against the Lady Tigers, number 4, Majesty Harris, her second.
14 foul on the Tigers.
Good seal off down low, but couldn't finish. Good Herman.
Everything worked, but putting it in the basket.
Inside 4 minutes here. Jackson leads by 31. They get 29 after that bucket. 52-23 is the score.
5 1/4, 8 in the game for Ella Vogel for the Tigers.
Trying to get it inside to Herman again, but she couldn't.
A little too hard.
It.
Maybe put a little bit of air underneath it, allow her to go to it.
Good point.
Also number 24, Erica Gooden.
Third game of the night here. Dexter won the first game. Saxony with the come-behind victory in game number 2. And Jackson's been in control of this game from the opening tip. Herman picked up her second foul.
Vogel posted up. If all she needs to learn is a couple of moves inside. Kind of shot that one off the wrong foot, but got the foul called.
A little short on her first free throw.
Shoots a lot of free throws, Chris. What, 5 or 3, 6, 8 free throws. So, you know, if she posts up, she's going to get fouled. Needs to make sure she can hit these free throws and make it hurt the other team when she does get fouled.
Missed that first one, but she'll get a second. And was short on that one. Maybe getting a little tired, legs out there. She was short on both of those.
Yeah, I don't think she's come out.
Good fake and a drive by Liley.
13 for Liley now.
Lead back up above 30.
It's a 3-on-1 the other way.
And an easy bucket by Alston. And Coach Goodson takes a timeout. We'll take it with them. Jackson leads it 56-23. Chris Hotchkiss, Jeff Limbaugh here, bringing you all the action here, first round action of the 2018 SEMO Conference Girls Tournament.
Opening of the basketball season for us. I know folks have looked forward to Southeast Missouri basketball.
One team in Southeast Missouri still playing football, Hayti Indians. They'll go for their first ever state championship this Saturday at Faroe Field, the home of the Mizzou Tigers.
Looking for the first state championship for this area since 1983. The Chaffee Red Devils with the only state championship in football in our area.
It's the third appearance for Hayti, but they came up short in the previous two. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think one of those championship game appearances was current Sykeston head football coach Kent Gibbs was down at at Hayti. He took them to the state championship game, but came up short, took second. Nice entry pass and a finish by Alston.
That was just all because of her size, Chris. It wasn't really a good spot for her. She was underneath the bucket, but just lob it up with the distinct height advantage, and she got the look.
Inside 2 minutes here, corner three off the mark by Capshaw. Indians want to get out and run. Easy bucket by Liley.
Cape Central wearing down, had trouble getting back defensively after that missed shot.
Got a block on the far end.
See, not a good foul there by Lambert. Picks up her third. The 5'2" guard, Lemur, underneath trying to do a reverse, and you're Lambert. They list her at 5'10". You just let her come around and go straight up and block it.
In the game for Jackson, number 10, number 23, and number 15.
Jackson to take 3 of their starters out here at the end of this third quarter. Not sure if they'll go back in or not, but they got the big 60-26 lead right now. Got the second free throw.
Lemur's first points of the game.
Three ball off the mark. Capshaw pushes it forward. And Vogel going to be called for the travel.
Yeah, she wanted to post up, just couldn't get her feet underneath her. Called for the turnover, though.
68 seconds left in this third quarter. Jackson with the 33-point lead, 35 after that bucket. Next up after this game, Coach John David Patillo and the Poplar Bluff Lady Mules take on Coach Alicia Wills and the Sykes and Lady Bulldogs. Tie-up situation, and a ball will go to Jackson.
Like me some John David Patillo. Played baseball for his dad at Three Rivers. John David, just a little bitty old punk kid, used to chase foul balls for us. Now he's a state champion basketball coach.
So he's younger than you, is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah. His dad was a great guy, great coach, great athlete. Roger Patillo died way too soon. Long-time Three Rivers baseball and basketball coach.
Inside 20 seconds now, wild shot off the mark. Loose ball, and they'll say it's a loose ball foul against Jackson. See who they'll get that on. They're going to get that on Gilliams as she kind of dove over Poplar Bluff player, trying to get the tie up, but instead she'll pick up the foul, her first. 7th team foul against the Lady Indians. So
Vogel back to the line. What, 4?
This is free throw number 9, I think, isn't it?
No, number 10. She's
number
4
10.
for 9 from the free throw line.
And she missed that one, but it'll stay right here with Cape Central. 12 seconds left.
Did she draw it? Did it hit the rim? I guess it had to.
I guess it did. They said it went off
I
a
didn't think
Jackson
it even barely just snibbed the rim.
Indian player. Capshaw, 5-footer, wouldn't go. Push it forward to the Lady Indians. And a foul on this end on number 1, Sisson, for Cape Central. 2 more free throws coming up here for Humphreys. Humphreys, a senior guard for the Lady Indians. Couldn't get the first one. And she got the second, but they'll say that she stepped over the line and waved off the basket. And at the end of the third quarter, Jackson leads at 63-27. We'll step aside for a 60-second break. We'll come back with fourth quarter action. You're watching the 2018 SEMO Conference Girls Tournament on SPS TV. Cape Central with the ball to start the fourth quarter. They trail by 35. Foul on the floor. Clock continues to run.
Little reaching in. They had her double team with the height advantage. Bailed her out with the foul.
Couldn't get the first one.
Jackson outscored Cape Central 21-11 in that third quarter.
And a double dribble gives it right back to Cape Central. After this game, we'll have the 3 and 6 matchup, Poplar Bluff in Sikeston.
Good decision there.
3 ball off the mark. And a foul as the Lady Indians got the offensive rebound.
See if it was on the floor.
They will say it was on the floor, but it's, I believe, yeah, it's team foul number 7. So it's going to be a 1-and-1 situation here for Emma Herman, the senior. Yet to get into the scoring column for the Lady Indians. Too hard off back iron. Good defense and a steal by Majesty Harris. She wants to push it. And we get another foul by Jackson as Majesty passed it off to Yanni Jackson, who will go to the line now for a 1-and-1. Next team foul by Jackson, and Cape Central will be shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way. She made her first one, so she'll get another one.
3 in a game for Jackson for the Tigers.
Winner of this game will move on to semifinal action. It'll be the late game tomorrow night, scheduled for 8:30. The loser will drop into the consolation semifinals tomorrow night, scheduled for 5:30.
Finals are Thursday. Take a day off Wednesday.
Lane violation.
Supposed to warm up later in the week, so don't let the weather hold you off from coming out here to the field house.
Yeah, let's come out and support these girls in this SEMO conference tournament.
Everybody guaranteed 3 games.
That's
so
right.
All the teams will be here 3 nights.
4 games each night. Tonight, tomorrow night, and Thursday night. If you can't make it for some reason, you can tune in on SPS TV YouTube channel right here. We will be bringing you all the action. We'd like to see you out here in person supporting all these ladies. But if you can't, we'll have your...
So just go to YouTube and...
type in Sikeston Senior High School, type in SPS Sikeston TV, and you'll get it. You'll get the school channel.
That sounds easy enough. Even I could do it.
Just, yeah, you could. Just click on that, and you could do it, partner.
I know it.
I'm worried about you tomorrow night, though, going to St. Louis by yourself for the boys opener. I'll be right here. Jeff will be traveling up with the Sikeston boys as they open their season against Carnahan on the road tomorrow night. Jeff will have all that action on our radio for you. And a foul on Olivia Koch. And some free throws coming up here for Taylor Tripp. Just over 3 minutes left in this ball game. Jackson with the big lead. So Jackson will move into semifinal action tomorrow night. 8:30, they will play the winner of the nightcap, Poplar Bluff and Sikeston. Lady Mules, the 3 seed, the Lady Bulldogs, the 6 seed.
All the seeds have held up, at least so far.
Too hard off the back iron, but she gets her own rebound, does trip. And then called for the travel. Hasn't been much in the way of scoring here in this fourth quarter. 2 points by Jackson, only 1 for Cape Central is all that's been put up on the board with inside 2.5 left.
Lady Indians number 11, Taylor Tripp, with her second foul, sends number 32, Brianna Thomas, to the line.
Thomas 0 for 3 from the line for Cape Central, so trying to get in the scoring column. She does.
Got the second one to go. And a block on this end. Still a 1-and-1 situation here, as that's the 9th team foul against Cape Central. Got the first one. Did trip, so she'll get a second. Too hard off that one. And a tie up inside a minute. It'll stay right here with the Lady Indians. They got the big 34-point lead, trying to close this out. Shot off the mark. So try it again. Not there. And a reach in on Harris, the senior guard. 2 free throws coming up here for Olivia Ward. She got about enough time for the 2 free throws, and that's just about it. Matter of fact, she may not even get this second one off. Depends on how quick she shoots this. And she does not get that last free throw off. So that will bring us to the end of the game. Jackson wins it 66-30. So again, Jackson moves on to the semifinal tomorrow night, scheduled for 8:30. They will play the winner of Poplar Bluff and Sykeston. Cape Central moves into the loser bracket, so they will be in the consolation semifinal game tomorrow night at 5:30. They will play the loser of the Poplar Bluff and Sykeston game. So again, the seeds hold true here in the third game of the night. Jackson wins it 66-30, and I believe Jeff's ready for your
Let's
totals.
run down the score. And for the Tigers, no Tiger in double digits. Vogel led the way. The good-looking freshman had 8. 5 for Capshaw, 4 for Harris, 2 for Whitfit, 2 for Lemur, 3 for Yania Jackson, 2 for Kalisha Jackson, 2 for Gooden, and 2 for Thomas for the Cape Central total of 30. Cape Central 9 for 18 from the free throw line here tonight. For Jackson, they had 4 players in double digits. Mick Gliley led the way with 15, 13 for Alston, 12 for McClellan, the freshman, and 11 for Mayfield. So real balanced scoring for Jackson, and 9 for Lambert. So they're all 5 starters, or almost all 5 in double digits. Tripp had 3 late in the fourth quarter, and Ward had 3 to round out the Indian total of 66, as Jackson was 12 for 21 from the free throw line here tonight. Jackson will advance into semifinal action Tuesday night And the Lady Tigers will drop into the losers bracket consolation.
So we'll step aside for a quick break. We'll reboot the YouTube channel. Then we'll be back with the nightcap, Poplar Bluff and Sykeston.